Hello students, how are you? Hope you all are fine, safe and healthy at home. Students, in the last class, I taught you poem 3, A Tiger in the Zoo by Leslie Norris. Explanation was completed. Rhyme scheme of the poem along with poetic devices and message was given to you as assignment. You must have done it. Let's discuss the rhyme scheme, poetic devices and message conveyed through the poem. How to find out the rhyme scheme was already explained. To find out the rhyme scheme of any stanza, any poem, we are supposed to check the last word of each line and alphabet we are supposed to put before it. Like stripes will give A. Because cage is not rhyming with stripes, we'll give it B. Because quiet is not rhyming with cage, we'll give it C. Rage is already rhyming with cage, so we'll give the same alphabet to rage. Thus, the rhyme scheme of first stanza is A, B, C, B. Because cage and rage rhyme with each other, whereas stripes and quiet do not rhyme with any words in this stanza. Then poetic devices used in the poem. In the very first line, he stalks in his vivid stripes. He refers to the tiger. The tiger has been personified here. So personification poetic device is used here. Apart from this, in the first and second line, enjambment is there. He stalks in his vivid stripes the few steps of his cage. You can see there is no punctuation marks after stripes. The punctuation mark comes, it is after cage. So, the thought, when a thought flows continuously without any pause, it is called enjambment, and here in these two lines, enjambment is also there. In the third line, on pads of velvet quiet. Pads of velvet. Pads means paws of the tiger. Velvet is a fabric. Here, paws of the tiger, the bottom part of its paws is compared with velvet. So, metaphor is there. Last line, in his quiet rage. Here, oxymoron is poetic device is used. Oxymoron means when the contradictory or opposite words are combined together, are written together, that is oxymoron. Like rage. Rage means anger, extreme anger. Quiet means calm or silent. So, here these two words are opposite to each other. So, this is oxymoron. So, students, this way the first stanza rhyme scheme is A, B, C, B, and poetic devices used are personification, enjambment, metaphor and oxymoron. Let's move to the second stanza of this poem. Second stanza, he should be lurking in shadow, sliding through long grass near the water hole where plum deer pass. See, rhyme scheme, shadow A, grass B, hole C and pass B. Grass and pass rhyming with each other, whereas shadow and hole do not rhyme with any words. So, A, B, C, B. Poetic device is used. He, personification. The tiger has been personified. Let me clear you one thing, students. In this poem, personification poetic device is prominently used. It's very prominent here. So, he is tiger, refers to tiger, personification. Then, in this last line, where plump deer pass, here alliteration is there because when the same sounding words are placed closely, it is alliteration. Same consonant sound words, plump, pass, p sound is there, it is alliteration. So, in second stanza, rhyme scheme is A, B, C, B, and poetic devices used are personification and alliteration. Let's move to the third stanza. He should be snarling around houses at the jungle's edge, baring his white fangs, his claws terrorizing the village. House, around houses, houses A, edge B, claws C, village B. So here houses A, houses and claws are not rhyming with anyone, whereas B, age and village, they rhyme with each other. So the rhyme scheme of third stanza is A, B, C, B. And poetic devices used is he, personification, he refers to the tiger. So in this third stanza over, let's move to the fourth stanza. But he is locked in a concrete cell, his strength behind bars, stalking the length of his cage, ignoring visitors. But again personification is there, behind bars, here it is alliteration, B sound, and rhyme scheme is cell A, bars B, cage C and visitors D. See students, in this stanza all these words, last words, they do not rhyme with each other. No words is rhyming with another word, like cell, bars, cage and visitors. So the rhyme scheme is A, B, C, D. Otherwise in all the stanzas the rhyme scheme is same, it is A, B, C, B. Now coming to the last stanza, he hears the last voice at night, the patrolling cars, and stares with his brilliant eyes at the brilliant stars. The rhyme scheme is night A, cars B, eyes C and stars B. So A, B, C, B. Cars and stars rhyme with each other, whereas night and eyes do not rhyme with any of the words here. Personification, poetic device is used because he refers to the tiger. This way students, the rhyme scheme of this poem is, in stanza 1, 2, 3 and 5 rhyme scheme is A, B, C, B, whereas in fourth stanza it is A, B, C, D. And the poetic devices used are personification, enjambment, alliteration, metaphor. These are the personification, oxymoron. These are the poetic devices used in the poem. Now students, there is irony also in the poem. And what is the irony? The irony is when the action and when the words and actions or actions and words are quite different, that is irony. What is the irony? Irony is that a ferocious animal like tiger, instead of terrorizing others, what the tiger is doing? The tiger himself is being terrorized. Actually, the true personality, the true quality of the tiger is to terrorize the people. But here the tiger, instead of terrorizing others, he himself is being terrorized because his unbound strength is behind bars, thus he is completely helpless. This is the poetic devices and rhyme scheme is over this way. Now the last part of this poem is message conveyed through the poem. Yes students, this message conveyed through this poem, already you must have understood what is the message you must have written. Two things are there in this poem. One is the poem focused on freedom and captivity. Next is captivity, on which the poet has focused in the poem. The message conveyed is that freedom is the birthright of all creatures. We should respect animals' freedom. Animals should be left undisturbed in their natural habitat. We need to understand that confinement is bondage and bondage is cruelty. So freedom should be given to all the creatures to live in their natural habitat. We are not supposed to imprison them in the cage in the zoo. Apart from this, the poem imparts a very deep message, that is, captivity is the greatest curse one suffers from, and this we people can understand in a better way in this lockdown period. How? Because we people are very impatient to go out, even if we know that this period is only for a limited and short duration. Whereas what we do, we imprison the birds and animals in the zoo, in the cage for lifetime. Once they are imprisoned, they have to spend their whole life behind the bars in the cage. Perhaps after reading this poem, we can understand their pathetic condition in the cage. The need is to be empathetic and be concerned for all creatures. So students, hopefully you well understood this poem, explanation, new words used in the poem, literary devices used in the poem, message conveyed through the poem, rhyme scheme of the poem, and try to write down the written works sent to you. Have a good day. Stay safe, stay home, take care of yourself. Thank you.